just like me as well. I always want to buy it cheaper. So by using options, we are able to buy it cheaper. But the thing is, we need to make a promise. So what kind of promise you want to buy? What kind of promise you want to make is, I promise you that I'm going to buy SMH at $200, right? So, but right now the stock price is 225, right? Nobody is going to sell you that. So what happened is, you think about options as if it's an insurance contract. Don't worry, all right? I will give you your peace of mind, okay? So what kind of peace of mind? I would say, I will sell you an insurance. So now maybe thinking, what kind of insurance, right? So I would say, okay, since you have 100 shares of SMH, why not I will give you the protection that you need. If the stock price drop below $200, Chloe will still buy from you at $200. So even if it dropped, like for example, $195, $190 or whatnot, it continue to drop, I will always be there to cover you at $200. So you don't have to be afraid anymore. And this is actually selling put option. And Warren Buffett has been actually selling put options for the longest time. And he has actually made like billions and billions dollars of cash flow through selling puts. So that's why I term this strategy called Arigato Buffett option strategy. Firstly, I mainly just do options. I don't do futures, so I'm not an expert in that. So what I can share is about options and the strategies that I personally use. So the option strategy that I have a term for it, it's inspired by Buffett, right? He actually used the exact strategy that I'm going to share with you on his own Berkshire Hathaway portfolio, and everything can be searched online. You can go and verify that later. So Buffett has been using options since like 1960 something. If I'm not wrong, 1960 something. So it has been many years since he uses options, and that's why it's something that it's doable and it withstand the test of time if you do the right way. So there are many people who are a little bit confused about options. They think that, oh, it's a leverage product, it's very dangerous and all this. So if you don't know the correct rules or the correct thinking process behind options, obviously it can become dangerous, right? It's just like a car. It can be a very fast sports car, but if you don't know how to drive, then it's very dangerous, right? So that's why before you even step into this car, this very super powerful vehicle, you want to learn how to drive safely as well. So today I'm going to share with you one of the concepts of how I use option in a very, very safe way, because that is the exact same way that Buffett, he himself uses it. Now, if I use back, for example, just now my SMH as an example, right? So if I share screen on SMH again, right? So as you can see for this, right? Right now, SMH stock price is about $225, right? $225. So this one, I want Neil to participate together with me. Now, so if given a chance, would you like to buy it cheaper than the current stock price? Or you want to buy it more expensive? Do you want to, if I give you a chance, would you like to buy it at, for example, $200 instead of $225? Now, what do you think?
Always cheaper, always cheaper.
Exactly, right? You always want to make sure you buy it cheaper, right? So that's why in this case, instead of you waiting for the stock price to drop, because from $225 to $200, you don't know how long it's going to take, right? So what we want to do is we use options to make a promise. We are promising the market and saying that, hey, I know that, for example, Neil, right? He always want to buy it cheaper, just like me as well. I always want to buy it cheaper. So by using options, we are able to buy it cheaper. But the thing is, we need to make a promise. So what kind of promise you want to buy? What kind of promise you want to make is, I promise you that I'm going to buy SMH at $200, right? So, but right now the stock price is 225, right? Nobody is going to sell you that. So what happened is, you think about options as if it's an insurance contract. So why do you think people love to buy insurance? So now, can you tell me, do you buy insurance yourself?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
why do
I
you buy
do.
insurance?
It's for peace of mind in the midst of fluctuations and unpredictabilities.
Exactly, right? In case anything happened. So right now, let's imagine, right? Now he actually has like SMH, right? And you have maybe 100 shares inside your portfolio. And because of the recent volatility, the SMH actually has dropped quite a fair bit lately as well, right? Nvidia also dropped like 18%. SMH also dropped like quite significantly as well. So now you own 100 shares of SMH, and right now it's selling at $225. And maybe you could be afraid that the stock price might drop further. Could it be true that if you're only on the stock, you're afraid, right? Like, oh, what if my stock
True.
price drop further from here, right? So this is where Chloe actually comes in. I say, now, don't worry, all right? I will give you your peace of mind, okay? So what kind of peace of mind? I would say, I will sell you an insurance. So now maybe thinking, what kind of insurance, right? So I would say, okay, since you have 100 shares of SMH, why not I will give you the protection that you need. If the stock price drop below $200, Chloe will still buy from you at $200. So even if it dropped, like for example, $195, $190, or whatnot, it continue to drop, I will always be there to cover you at $200. So you don't have to be afraid anymore. So Neil, what do you think? Right now, your maximum loss because you buy this contract, right? This insurance contract, the maximum loss is from 225 to 200. Anything below is covered by me. Are you okay with that?
Yes, because at least you can already plan for it and project your portfolio, your finances for it. At least you know for certain that your losses, if it will go down, it will just only be until 200.
Yes, exactly. Very good. So this is why people also like to buy insurance in the options market, right? So on the other hand, instead of becoming a buyer, I generally prefer becoming a seller because as a seller, I am the opposite. I really want to buy shares of SMH, right? And I really don't mind collecting it at $200, right? Because it's like what a huge discount as compared to what I can buy right now. If I buy now, it's 225, but I only want to buy at 200. So why not I go and make a promise? Let's say I strike a deal with Neil and say, hey Neil, if anything happened to your stocks, no matter how much it drop, I will always be there to cover you. I will buy from you at $200. So in return of this insurance that I'm providing you, can you give me some premium in return, right? Some money in return because you are buying an insurance contract from me right now. So obviously, now if he wants to protect his safety, his peace of mind, he will always want to strike a deal with me. That's how I'm able to collect income through insurance premium by selling options. So basically, I went to sell a promise to buy the stocks from Neil. And this is actually selling put option. And Warren Buffett has been actually selling put options for the longest time. And he has actually made like billions and billions dollars of cash flow through selling puts. So that's why I term this strategy called Arigato Buffett option strategy. Right? Because of Buffett, I get to understand, oh, that's how actually we can use options in an investing point of view because you want to buy the stocks, you want to own this long term, and that's why you can right now buy it even cheaper in the market price. Why not? Right? So that's how the ABOS Arigato Buffett option strategy come about.
Right. Very, very simple. And I'm sure those who are watching, they would really learn from it. For those of you appreciate the explanation of Chloe and very interactive and fun, comment below. You
Thanks
can
for the role play
also
together.
follow her. Yeah, yeah. But I also believe to just add more context, like this options thing, it started like maybe decades ago where they want to have predictability prices of like crops, supplies, because you'll
Mm,
never know down the road, like 6 months, will the price of sugar be high or
mm,
down? At least they can project their finances. But Chloe did an amazing job explaining. I can just only imagine the followers, the community of Chloe is getting from such passionate woman about about finances. It's something that you can't fake. It's something that's just oozing out of you. So thank you, Chloe, again, with your
Thank
handed
you.
arigato. Arigato to you.
Arigato. Arigato to
Arigato.
you as well for participating in the role play, and that's why the whole analogy comes alive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very 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 insightful, and